Hey, it's Thursday
Hey,
night, babies. It's Thursday night. It is April the 10th, 2025. Can you believe almost 4 months of this year is almost over? April the 10th. And hey, you're on the right channel. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show coming to you live. Hey, we missed you last week, but baby, we're here tonight and we are live. We are in color. We are wound up tight as Dick's hat band, and we are ready to roll tonight. So we appreciate you being here with us tonight, and we thank you for tuning in to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show here on YouTube and on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, reach over and hit the like button, hit the share button. And if you don't forget, we got our old YouTube channel, Dirt Road Sports. All of our shows are archived on there. Every one of them since day one, celebrating 5 years on the air. Charlie Platt and the Sports Show.
5 years. That's a long time.
5 years.
Been on the road, been on the air for 5 years. Still loud and proud. They have not taken us off. And it's good to be with you folks tonight on this Thursday night, April the 10th, 2025. We welcome you to our show tonight. And that in the background right there, ladies and gentlemen, of my picture there is sunset in Baker County, Georgia.
Wow.
Sunset compliments of Miss Rhonda Jarvis Tate. And it is sunset
Beautiful.
this evening. I'm talking about the ink has not even dried on that picture.
I'm glad something on that screen looks good.
Hey, I might not look good, but I'm always have a good background. Amen.
Man. Hey, I tell you what, Marvin, I'm gonna give Baker County a shout out. They have some fantastic places in Baker County, Georgia.
Yeah, they are.
Georgia is a hidden gem, if you will. And a gentleman, a good friend of mine up there the other day, got into a discussion about, I always say from the old original Garden of Eden. And he kind of claimed it too, and I understood that. When if you ride through there and look at his operation and everything, I think we're kind of tit for tat with that. So I'm gonna yield to him, and I think he'll yield to me. And I think we're both on the same team about where we live down here, being the old original Garden of Eden, where every day's a holiday and every meal is a feast. So,
yes, sir.
Well, nobody ever said, did it, Marvin? I don't think there's nothing in the book that says how big the garden was.
Oh no,
Is it?
no.
Yeah. So
they don't give you no dimensions or nothing. No,
ain't no dimensions of the garden.
Right.
Ain't no dimensions. No.
But
don't have no
they
boundaries.
did find the gate and throw 2 out.
They did. Yeah, they knew where the gates was. They got them out, got them gone. So
Yep.
anyway, that was a problem, but it created a big problem for us a little bit later on, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Hey, that was all. Hey, it's all in the plan, man. I'm down home like that old hard shell. Y'all see that right there? A streak running right down my back. A hard shell. Glory.
Oh, before he goes to preaching, hey boys, we live all four of our studios. I told you we wound up tonight, baby.
Yeah, no,
We got it preaching. We done got it sermonized.
I'm leaving.
Hey, we're live at Enterprise. We're live at Thompsontown. We're live at Flamingo Boulevard, 100% pure Flamingo Boulevard.
Pure.
Turn number 3 at the Old Rocket Speedway in Dothan, Alabama. Live all across the great United States of America and in foreign countries where it's legal and illegal for this broadcast to exist. All 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and loud and proud, our good friends up in the great state of Baker County, Georgia. And you know what I'm about to tell you? It's time for the truth and nothing but the truth. Only place you'll hear the truth and hear things and see things is on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show that you can depend on. Now, if you do not subscribe to common sense, conservative Judeo-Christian principalities, and or thinking, you probably need to go on ahead and turn the channel. Reach over there and turn it. You might as well just go and watch today's episode of Young and the Restless, because you will get as much out of it as you will us, because we'll make you mad. But hey, that's all right. We're here to have a good time, and we got an hour and 15-minute jam-packed show. And man, we're going to have a good time tonight. Tell you a lot of information, maybe make you laugh a little bit, and we're just glad you're tuning in tonight to Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show. Guys, we're on the big screen tonight. We're a single entrepreneur, a sole proprietor, if you will. 97.13412 and 97 of 16th inches.
I got lost on that one, Floyd.
He's lost too, Johnny. So
He's
Just
done got
checking.
him one of them electronic rulers somewhere.
No. This is a ruler that it was one that I bought at one of them. I bought it. It was Chinese reject. I bought it at the flea market, and it was in metric and inches. So you had to kind of read in between the lines. So, we're live tonight, boys, at Sonny's. Live at Sonny's. Shopping cart wheel repair, alignment, and greasing in Slapout, Alabama.
Well, I can name a few stores Sonny needs to make a service call to because they some of them. You go down, your wheel be wobbling like this when you hear him skirt, 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 skirt coming down.
So, hey, any of you out there that own businesses that have shopping carts, reach out to Sonny. He will repair them, he will align them, and he will grease them all right there in Slap Out, Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Do you make service calls?
If he'll get out and promote it, he got a heck of a
Yeah.
business. He can stay busy from now until.
Say, Marvin, do they have a service truck?
Well, I don't know. We'll find out. I'll ask him next week if he got a service truck. Yeah. I don't know if he got a service truck. I think he got a service El Camino.
Oh,
Oh, buddy.
I think he bought that one that used to belong to either Dr. James or Dr. Hennon, one of them El Caminos that they had.
Or Dickie Dozier. Dickie Dozier, you remember
Dickie
him?
Dozier had one. Yeah, yeah.
I think a lot of people will remember Dickie's if they meet him on the highway. Anyway,
Can I make
hey, it's all no harm done.
Can I make a correction, Marvin? And this is just as truthful as it gets. You say Dothan, Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm in Quincy, Alabama. The third turn at Rocket Speedway and the wood line, the way the city limit, I'm about 200 yards inside the city limits of Quincy and not Dothan. And who would want to be claiming to be from Dothan with our little Dixie darlings down there in Dothan going to Panama City and shooting up Pier Park, you know?
I agree. I'm gonna change my script. Now.
I sent you a picture. Sunday was a week ago, and you didn't get that up, and I understand. But it was actually 12:30, and the traffic at the intersection of County Road 22 and US 431 in Headland, Alabama, you couldn't see the end of the traffic coming north that way. It was folks with $100,000 fifth wheels and everything else. Let a bunch of idiots from Alabama go down there and have a little gang fight. And it'll tell you how much money they lost folks getting the hell out of there. I mean,
do you know how we turned? You know where the Southern Bone and Joint, the Publix is, right there across from the farm center?
Yeah.
It took us from there to get on 231 and go to Sadie's Flea Market. It took us about 45 minutes Saturday afternoon.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And today, I almost got hit by a fool had to be from up there around Cobb County, you know that bunch. They heading to the beach for the weekend. They on a convertible. They had the top up.
Yeah, but
I was running 65 down 431, and they came in between me and another car. Didn't hardly have room to do it, running 100 miles an hour.
You don't understand. You don't understand. You got to look at the seriousness of the matter. First of all, these folks ain't never been to the Gulf of America.
This is true.
See, they trying to get out. And the other thing is they scared that the Gulf of America going to dry up before they can get there.
And they want to get down there and see them two whales that's running around in the Gulf of America. And the whales, by the way, they're not accustomed to being there, but since Trump renamed it Gulf of America, they've come all the way from around the Atlantic all the way down the Horn to be a part of it. Two whales down around Destin, Florida, last week. Did you get that video I sent you?
Yes, I did. I couldn't download it because it was on Facebook Messenger, but it was right there in Destin, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right. Yeah, out in front of some condos.
Let me give a big shout out to my friend over in Pansy, Alabama, or Cowards. I think it's Cowards. Jason Brown, Ronnie Brown, what is it called? Ronnie's Men's and Boys Wear. They got shirts, guys, that say Gulf of America on them. The only ones I've seen. They got
have it?
Yes, sir. T-shirts that say
Gulf of America instead of Gulf of Mexico. Gulf of America.
Y'all go see Jason over at
Well, why don't you go buy us all one and we'll have one?
That's right. That
hoping since I give him a free shout out as a free little commercial out there, I might get a free T-shirt out of the deal. But
You ain't gonna get nothing now. You ain't get nothing out of them. No, I tell you right now, Mark. They take it as long as you keep giving it, they'll keep taking it.
That's right.
Ain't that right, please?
That's right.
Hey,
That's the way
look
it
what he
works.
done. Yeah, they ain't no telling what he's gonna say about us next week.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Let's put something else in the window and see what he'll say
They
about
put something else there, see Marvin jump on that.
it.
oh,
Marvin likes that. He likes it low hanging fruit and shiny object.
Yeah, he does.
and the shinier the object, the lower hanging the fruit
The
it
low hanging in
becomes.
the bird.
But you
Marvin
know,
don't want to get up. He just sit down and pick it like that.
if I'd have been over and saw that, I'd have bought y'all one, and we could have all wore them tonight on the show, and everything
Yeah.
would have looked good. You know
well, hey. Anyway,
what?
that's a good time to segue into a commercial right there. Hey, Floyd, tell them about Spooner Ranch Services.
Man, the good folks over in Iron City, Georgia. Good young man over there, Matt Spooner. He works hard. He can do anything. He can fix anything. He can build anything. He can make it look good. And that's what you want. If you want to put up a fence, the first thing you want to do is have you a tight and straight fence. That's it right there. That's his work that he does. That's just a portion of what he does right there. He can grade your roads going up to your house. He can put you up some good, nice farm gates that go an entrance way into your operation there. But that you see that fence, that barbed wire fence that he got put up right there on the right with that post. Look how straight that post. That's what you want. That's what kind of work that Spooner Ranch Services does right there. Is that kind of work, custom ag services, fencing, road grading, whatever you need, road building, he can fix it for you. Y'all reach out to this young man over there in Iron City, Georgia. Mr. Matt Spooner over there, Spooner Ranch Services in Iron City, Georgia. There's his cell phone number right up there on the screen. Y'all give him a call if you want your place to look good, if you need some help putting up any kind of fencing at all.
Hey, y'all,
Yep.
speaking of fencing, I saw this on a fence earlier this week. I think they might have had some spelling errors. It says, private, keep out. Trespassers will be prostituted.
Woo!
Oh, mercy.
Now,
Yeah.
I look.
Yeah. Well, at
Let
least they got a heart up there.
Yeah. Yep.
can I
Yeah. He gonna love y'all while he gonna prostitute you.
we're giving shout outs. I want to go back to something I was talking about, and I'm very sincere in this. I want to do a shout out to the Panama City Beach Police Chief, the Bay County Sheriff of Bay County, Florida, and the mayor of Panama City Beach. You folks over there in Southwest Georgia don't get a couple of the Dothan TV stations. They Pure and T did 30 minutes at 12 noon the other day, a news conference about all that crap those kids did down there. And they made it they made it plain. If you're from Dothan, Alabama, and you're coming down here and you're gonna mess up, stay in Dothan. We don't need you. We don't want your business. Now, some of the folks around Dothan, oh, that's just strong language. Well, when you got two gangs from one town that go down to a tourist attraction like Pier Park, Panama City Beach, and start firing guns at each other. Look. It don't hurt my feelings a bit. I don't want these fools in Dothan, much less going down there and shooting at each other. But the mayor, they had it, and they laid it out there. But the mayor of Panama City, Marvin, he could be an evangelist.
Mm.
His word to him was, "Y'all need to find God."
Ooh, hallelujah.
And do the things that you should do. Because if you continue to come down here and mess up, we're going to put you in a place where you'll have plenty of time to find God. I thought that's the most appropriate speech anybody could give to a bunch of young folks that are heading in the wrong direction. Now, of
And
course, they weren't watching the news conference, but maybe one of the mamas or daddies or somebody would latch on to that because those were pretty good words.
and the shooting is the least of it. I mean, there's all kind of activity going on down there, and I mean, and those young gals and young guys wearing skimpy clothes and all of that. And Louis Grizzard had it right. He was a great writer. He had it right. He was talking about how when back in the rock and roll days, the parents thought that the world was going to come to an end. And here's what he said about Elvis. All the Elvis is going to be the ruin of the nation and all that. And they said he might have shook his pelvis, but he didn't ever show it to nobody.
Marvin, you better. This is family.
He got a
show.
sermon. Yeah, he got a sermon there, boy. He got to come on.
There, Marvin.
Hey, Louis,
you're a preacher too. You're a man of the cloth.
I did not come up with that thought. That would have made it good. Yeah.
But they be getting the pulpit every Sunday morning talking.
Hold on, I have to rehearse it. Elvis might have shook his pelvis, but he didn't show nobody.
That's a sermon right there, Marvin.
That'd be a good one for the creek Sunday morning.
They're
Cover
15
your
years old.
pelvis.
They're 15, 16, 17 years old. They're juveniles. You know what they're going to do to them? Nothing. They ain't do nothing to them. They're going to go for some juvenile court judge, and he ain't got no authority to do nothing to them because they're juvenile. All they doing is building cred with their reputation. That's all they doing, building street cred. But now, eventually, all of this stuff is going to magnify, and it's going to come to a bad ending for them.
Well, here's the way it's gonna come to a bad ending. A lot of these little old young fellas is gonna go around and they're gonna pull out the gun on the wrong one.
Ooh.
That's what's then it's gonna be put up or shut up time then. And I hate it. I hope it don't happen.
That they were talking about some of them there from Dothan were only 13 years old involved.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And then a few nights later, I think it was a 15-year-old, might have been 17-year-old, took a shot at a Dothan police officer while he was in pursuit of the suspect.
All right, so listen to what I'm about to say. I'm asking a question. Floyd, let's go back to 1962. And they get a phone call from the Panama City Police to your mama. Your son is 13 years old. He's downhill with some boys, and he pulled out an owl head pistol and shot it up in the eye.
Well, let's go ahead and get the record straight right here on some things. 1962, I was 15 years old.
Well, I was close.
And I didn't even know what town looked like at night when I was 15 years old. I knew what town looked like on Saturday afternoon downtown.
But boy, when he turned 16, he knows what it looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvin talking like he know what he's talking about. But anyway, you hypothesizing now is what you're doing. You know that. You know what I'm saying. You know that word though.
He's what ifing.
You're
hypothesizing.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm gonna tell you like it was that night that the State Patrolman locked me and Dynamite King up in a Miller County jailhouse.
That the night you had to slow down and wait on your headlights.
Man knew me and knew Mama and Daddy, so he called. This is about midnight, if you will. So he called my mama and daddy, and Mama answers the phone, and he said, Claire said, they got Billy locked up here in a jailhouse up here in Miller County, and I just thought I'd let you know by. That was it. So anyway, he said, who was that? Old lady. She said, it was so-and-so. He called and said they had Billy locked up in jail up there. What we gonna do, Hilton? He said, we ain't gonna do that. He said, we're gonna lay back down and go to sleep. So, as soon as Phoenix Tab comes back to the jail, Billy will be home in about 10 minutes. What happened? But anyway, but if I was in Panama City, she would have said, just keep him down there, because we can't drive. We don't even know what Panama City is. Marvin, Probably you know better than to ask me a loaded question like that.
Don't ever
You
ask.
teed it up. You teed it up perfect. And let me tell you, all this, ladies and gentlemen, all y'all, this is unrehearsed.
I promise.
Oh, what?
I promise.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey,
hey,
good lawyer said don't ever ask a question you don't know the answer to.
Yes.
So
can we put the ad up where it can cover the whole? Because Floyd's gonna have to be the helper, show enough helper. I want what if a young lady, Leanne Davis Hudgens, uh, posted this on Facebook this week, and down at the bottom, one of her posts said her daddy at one time was co-owner of the Piggly Wiggly, and that's an ad from Blakely, Georgia. Don't know the year, Floyd. If you'll look at some of those prices, maybe you could lend your assistance, if you will, to what's going on. But the interesting thing that got my attention was somewhere on there. Do you see it anywhere, Marvin?
I'm
The
looking.
the
I
most
see some.
expensive.
I see one down there on the bottom right hand corner down there. Galvanized roll of barbed wire for
No,
$1.87.
no, that's a whole different. That's a whole different ad. Go back to that.
Go to the grocery
Okay,
go to the
all right. So
grocery
the other
ad.
one over there, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
The
I'm
most
gonna say that
expensive.
probably was in the late '50s, early '60s, somewhere along in there.
But you know what the most expensive thing on the whole ad was? Fish roe.
Oh yeah, the
90,
Italian delicacy.
90, no, wait a minute, salt fish roe.
There it is, Charlie. It's below the snapper steaks, right below
Yeah,
the snapper steaks. At kind of at the corner of coffee. Fish roe, 98 cents a pound.
I see it right there. That's the most expensive
salt
thing
fish
on
well,
roe.
there.
I
What?
don't know, but it's got a carton. Did that say a carton of Pepsi Cola for 19 cents?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that would be in. Because I remember when they was a. I can't remember if it was a nickel or dime in the drink machine. I can't remember. But
I
but
know
uh,
this. I know this.
that
I've
would.
been trying to tell y'all a whole while that I'm cultured and I'm class and I know what mullet roe is. Look, even back in the 50s, it was the most expensive thing on the menu.
all right. Have you ever had any salt mullet roe?
I've had salt fish. I mean, I ain't
Okay,
never
but
had.
this ad, it said salt
It does.
fish roe.
Saltfish, just saltfish roll.
That's the first time I heard of salt fish roe. Now I
Thank
like
Now,
you,
salt
Queasy.
fish.
Thank you, Queasy.
they ain't gonna be salted no mullet roll. That's mullet roll, and then they salt the fish. They salt the mullet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's what it is. I'm not that smart a man, but that's what I'm gonna think there is.
I didn't know when we did this that Charlie, this was Blakely. I put it up there, but I've had this ad here. This one was probably about the same time. 25-day-old chicks for $1.90 or a roll of barbed wire for $1.87. What about that, Floyd?
That's for the '60s. That's for the '50s. That's going back probably to the that's probably going back to the '40s right in there.
I saw some
You
kind
couldn't
of
get no
chicken the
barbed
other
wire
day.
in the '40s. You couldn't get no barbed wire in the '40s because they had the war going.
Yeah.
I saw a
Okay.
advertisement for some kind of day old BD at Rural King that day was $6 a piece for
Oh,
just
that's
Oh yeah.
a
that's the
laying chicken.
Gordon race. Some of them $10 a piece.
They were selling motor plants up there last year, 1995, for one tomato plant in a pot. And I got to thinking, during the height of the season, how many maters could I go buy in boxes for 19? That more than that dadgum plant's gonna produce, I guarantee you.
Well, that's yeah, 25 chicks for $1.90. You can't. I won't even pay the tax on them
Man,
now.
that won't even pay the shipping on them.
Oh my lord, no. Hey,
Uh,
Quiz, tell them about the holstered nine.
Poster now, we told y'all better come see these folks because I don't know what they got going on, but they ain't no way they can have as much stuff in there to sell as they got folks in the parking lot. I went by there today and it wasn't slap full, but they was cars everywhere. I'm telling you, turkey season's here. They got all you need for your turkey hunt supplies. They furnished with everything but a turkey. They ain't got no turkeys. You got to go get the turkey, but they got everything else. They got all kind of uh, uh, personal protection guns for you, whether you're looking for a short gun, a long gun, an automatic gun, a pump gun. They got it. Any kind of pistol you can think of, they got it. Matter of fact, they got some up there that's the exact same model that James Bond told. So I'm telling you, these folks has got it. They got the pistols, the guns, the shotguns, the long rifles. They got the ammunition. They got the knowledge. They can answer all your questions. If you just feel like you need a gun for protection, you don't know what you need, go talk to them. They'll be happy to lead you in the right direction. Step right across next door. You can get all your automotive and your pickup truck supplies, your farming greases, lubricants, all kind of belts, hoses, any kind of parts you need. They got all the accessories you need to dress up that pickup truck. They got it. They can get anything you want. All that good kind of smelling good, cleaning soap. Wash it up, shine it up. They got that for the ladies. They got a gift section where you can get these nice gifts for the ladies. And don't forget, they are the only place in Colquitt that you can get those world-renowned Floyd B. Lloyd rabbit pellet grills. Got a couple of new flavors of rabbit pellets in up there to go in them. Go see them. Got anything you want right there, 27, about 3/4 of a mile off the square, right under them two beautiful American flags. Go see Johnny and Key and tell them we sent you.
Hey guys, while we're waxing nostalgia, Floyd sent me this. Look at this.
Whoa.
Colquitt, Georgia Late Show. 15-cent, 12-cent, and then you had federal tax of 2 and state tax of a dime. I mean, of 1 cent.
I can remember them days. So a mini show
had,
up
had to pay tax on a 15-cent ticket. 3
Isn't
cents
that
off
something?
15-cent ticket.
All right, now you go. That would have been whenever that was. Now look at this. Was this past week in Ashburn, Georgia, on the cattle market. 4 head weighed 500 pounds apiece on average. Brought $4 and 2.5 cent. $4 and 2.5 cent. $8,050 for 4 head of cattle that
My
weighed 5
gracious.
apiece.
Full yearly, 5. The last yearly I sold 500 pounds. I think I got like $1 and a nickel a pound, $1 and a dime a pound. Now it's $4 a pound. Congratulations, cattlemen.
Yeah.
Congratulations, y'all have finally got what is due to you. Congratulations, I'm on your side 100%.
I got a question from an anonymous so there says wanted to know who was with you and Dynamite Floyd when that alleged event happened.
They know. They already know. The person that asked that question already knows. So
Hey, she sounds a little bit like me, don't she?
I see her. She knows who was with. She knows who was with Dynamite and Floyd.
Oh,
Yeah, man, that was a long time ago, man. Oh, we done hold that road, old brother. Let me tell you, that road done been hold out to the end there now.
You didn't no weeds in it neither, did you? You didn't leave near weed. You got them all.
I cleaned it, baby, all the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
I left them shining,
right.
son.
Show them some
That's
fish, Marvin. Since there we go. That's my old buddy Alan Carter over on the shores of Lake Seminole, and he's still in his 80s. He can go out there, folks, and smell them running down the river at 100 miles an hour on a bass boat. He can put you on a shell cracker bed in a hurry. That was, I believe, the first part of last week is when those were caught. And then there's some more that give equal time to. You didn't get the other ones?
I don't have another picture now.
Oh, I sent you some from Lake Eufaula, but we'll show them next week. It's all kind of folks catching fish, even with the water kind of a little muddy. A lot of folks catching fish on Eufaula right now, and I don't know about Seminole, but that after this big rain. And then our Alabama Fish Mutilator Society, the two coaches, they've been kind of, let's say, regrouping. Queasel, you know how that goes when you go in it. They sent me two pictures of alligators. I didn't see any
Yeah.
fish, but they are really monitoring the alligators up on
Yeah.
sandy branch
Re,
somewhere up
re,
there.
regrouping translated from old English means you ain't caught nothing. That's exactly what that
Not
means.
are not a lot. Wasn't a whole mess of them.
Let me say this while they're bringing up the fish. I was at a meeting today, and the guy made a presentation. It was from the Georgia EPD. Now, this is for Georgia. I mean, but I'm sure Alabama's got one. And it was talking about all the waterways in Georgia and the fish that they had studied that were safe to eat. All of the Chattahoochee River, all of Flint River, all of Lake Seminole, Walter F. George, most all of them, the fish were fine. But there were some places up in North Georgia, like bass, catfish, and all that, said do not eat.
Mercury.
THC, mercury, all that in them. I mean, like heavy amounts in their study that they had done. I was kind of shocked at that.
Oh, that's been a problem for years. Been a problem for years.
Man, they don't need to tell us we can't eat fish. That's one of the few things left I
That's one
can
of the few
eat.
things poor folks can still eat.
That's right. Right.
Oh,
Tell me you can't eat no fish.
hey, Ansley Bracewell said the fish are always biting at ZB Seafood Market.
That's right.
They always fresh.
No doubt about that.
Yeah.
She posted the other day on Facebook that I forgot what it was. I started to copy that and send it to you, Marvin. That you know things, you're doing something right when Dynamite King breaks out his checkbook to pay the bill at Ziggy B's.
Man, he got money to burn.
Oh.
Mm.
Hey, Charlie, tell them about Sawega Meat Company.
There's been a lot of talk in the last week. Let me going into this about tariffs and things like that. And it's amazing the countries that will not let our producers ship beef to, but we let it come in here. But when you go to Sawega Meats, whether it be over in Georgia on 27 between Blakely and Concord, the one in Headland on 431, you're getting the best quality meat that money can buy. A lot of it locally produced beef. They've also got great pork, smoked pork chops, pan sausage, anything you can imagine. The meat line, they make their own sausage, as we said. Plus, you'll find different cuts of steak, everything from sirloin to New York strip to ribeye, fillet, whatever you like, and they'll cut it just like you want it, the size you want. Also, great gift ideas at various types, right up there at in the Headland location. Plus, they've got great products from Working Cows Dairy, their cheese, their chocolate milk, a lot of great products, and at the Georgia store too. Casseroles that you can take home, preheat that oven, pop it in, and have a great dinner for your family. A great place to shop, a lot of local products from Sawega Meat Company, 431 Headland, Alabama, next to Alabama Power Company, and in Georgia on US 27 between Colquitt and Blakely. Check them out this week.
Floyd, do we have a guest on the line?
Yeah, I've got our guest on tonight. We got the professor of produce of South Georgia, Pete Picker, with a PhD in pecan production. None other than our good friend, Dr. Charles Pickle. Mr. Pickle, Dr. Pickle, yeah, we got you on the phone here, and we're just checking in with you. Hadn't been able to talk to you in a couple of weeks here, but I think you sent Marvin some pictures of what you got growing in your patch. Yeah, you got some pretty good looking onions, is what I saw a little bit earlier there. But the rest of the patch looks like it's a little bare there, Dr. Pickle. What's going on with that?
Well, this kind of weather, Easter's a little bit late, and then this weather, and then this rain we've just had, so I didn't want to jump the gun. You don't grow from one crop at a time.
That's all you do, one crop at a time there. But kind of fill us in on what people are doing now, what you seeing out there with people buying plants or planting things in the garden, and what can you advise people that might be buying pepper plants or tomato plants or eggplants or anything like that? What's the best advice you could give people that are buying those plants and they want to have them a little garden there with some fresh veggies. What's a good thing for them to do right now?
Well, if they had planted tomato plants, they need to break all the limbs off except the 3 in the top and plant it that deep. But you needed some hydrated lime or land plaster or something in there, because when the tomato gets about the size of a tennis ball and the bottom rots out, that's calcium. And they got a liquid calcium you spray, but that plant will not take it up. You'll still have problems. And this is not going to correct the problem, but it will help in the long run.
Well, everybody wants them. Everybody this time of the year, everybody gets the fever. They always get the fever. Go plant them some tomatoes and peppers and all this kind of. Then they just envision this beautiful garden and all this stuff that they show you pictures of in the magazines and everything about how you can grow, a 55-gallon drum of tomatoes, and feed the whole family for 6 months on tomatoes. That's pretty much far-fetched, isn't it, Charles?
That's in the political world.
That's in the Democrat world, if you will.
That's exactly right. You leave that there. I got property.
There you go. Where in Phoenix, Arizona. But
no, any of your pepper plants, anything needs that calcium to them, and if you need nitrogen, you put them on your nitrate, but calcium nitrate works better unless you just need the straight nitrogen to the plant.
Okay, let me go back and ask you another question about you got my attention there a little bit earlier about planting to break all the limbs off of the plant, except what do you leave? How many do you leave on the plant, Charles, when you plant it? Three top branches, buds on the tomato. Do you bury the whole thing all the way up to that, or how do you?
Yeah, you plant it all the way up to that. I put the hydrated lime or whatever. That plant will take that up quicker than anything. But you plant it all the way down, and then that tomato plant will form roots on that stem, and you'll have roots from the bottom up. Mm-hmm. Plus, if you get the wind like we've been having, it won't blow them over the thing.
I understand. How about that? Well, that's why we have you on there, Dr. Pickle, is to tell us about the gardening. People, they got a big interest in gardening. It's a lot of money in selling plants and doing all this kind of stuff. And people, you pay a lot of money for those things. It's not like it used to be where you get you a whole bunch of tomato plants, for about $1, $1.50. And now them things $5, $6, $7 each. And here's what I've noticed also, Dr. Pickle. People go to Home Depot and places like that, and they buy them a tomato plant that already has tomatoes on it. Is that a good idea?
No, sir, it is not.
Okay.
You don't pay about $40, $50 for that, and you probably will never eat a tomato off of it.
Okay. Right.
So, Floyd, can I ask the doctor a question?
Yes, of course.
Doc, this is Queasel. Where do people, because I know we're going to get asked, where can people buy that, we call it land plaster. I mean, is they a retail store somewhere they can buy that at, or where do they get it?
Blakely Feed and Seed has hydrated lime.
Okay.
And it's like baby powder, and that plant will take that up quicker. I mean, I've used land plaster. I've used just about anything out there, but the hydrated lime, that plant will take that up quicker. And so tomato gets about like a tennis ball, and the bottom rots out. That is calcium deficiency.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you what, you've informed me tonight on some things. But you'll see these beautiful tomato plants there at Lowe's already with the little stand around them and all that, little cage around them, all that. I never have failed for that, but the best thing you can do is buy the smallest tomato plant that they have available. Am I correct? And plant that thing.
In fact, I had planted my tomatoes yet. They should have done it in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But
I understand.
What's that plant thing? Tomato plant. Celebrity.
celebrity tomato.
Celebrity is what I'm planting.
Okay.
But there's a determinate and indeterminate. And what I plant produces will frost. All your tomato grows plant the determinate where it's going to produce what it's going to produce where they can gather it all at one time.
I see. Mm-hmm. So what do you suggest that people plant to stretch the growing season out?
Well, you want a determinate, but
determinate is that okay?
Yeah.
A determinate. All right.
Yeah. That tomato plant will produce till frost.
Well, that's what my mama used to have tomatoes up until Christmas. I mean, she would.
Right.
She used to have way back yonder. She'd have them until Christmas.
Then she pulled the green ones off and put them under the bed and wrap them in paper, and you have tomatoes right on through the first year.
That's right. Hey, that's what folks used to do, John. I doubt if anybody that's listening out here to us tonight is going to pick tomatoes and put them under their bed. That's what I think.
Probably them up there in Martha's Vineyard.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, look at go ahead.
Can I ask the doctor a quick question?
Yeah.
Doc, is it true that a lot of your education was done through the College of White Oats? Is there anything to that rumor?
Yes, sir, it is. In fact, my daddy told me that both experience was the best, but just the oats will give you some both experience.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing for sure. I think Dr. Pickle has a lot of boat experience in his life, and
yes,
he learned well from it, though. Let me tell you, he learned
I try
well.
to feed a bunch of folks at the little old quarterback out here, and so far the Lord's blessed me, and I've been able to do that.
Well, I tell you what, you're blessing us and everybody in the community.
That's
Charles,
the truth.
Man. We love you and we appreciate what you do. And you will be checking in with you, but you've informed a lot of people tonight about what to do with those tomatoes.
Hey, anytime they got any questions, I'll tell them something.
You got what? All right, we got you. I got you on the quick dial, and you know that. But we'll be in touch, man. Hey, look at him. Whatever. Now you be particular out there. I know y'all. I know y'all travel around a little bit, and y'all just be particular and I want you to know that we love you, buddy.
Thank you. We love y'all too.
See you, man. Bye bye.
Hey guys, give a big shout out to LAE Farms in Newton, Georgia. I think Floyd and Nadine were up there this week. Guys, they got blueberries coming. Harvesting started today, April the 10th through Memorial Day.
Oh, ease back now, Marvin, a little bit. That cold weather's got to slow down a little bit. Don't be jumping out there. That's why you need to, you need to check with old Floyd on every now and then, Marvin, on stuff. But I know your disposition. But that was the original ad. But they gonna back it up a little bit on account of this cold weather. Don't you remember that frost and all that we had?
I remember it. But what I'm saying was, if you let me finish, I was going to they could have gone on up there and give him the $25, and even though the blueberries wasn't ready, he could have given them to him on reverse.
Yeah, absolutely, he'll take you $25 as of today.
That is LAE Farms in Newton, Georgia. I want y'all to look at there. What's some beautiful blueberries, and then I want you to look at here at what else he's got. Honey. It takes bees to pollinate those blueberries, and look at all the bee hives up there, and they have honey, fresh grown, local grown honey right there in Newton, Georgia. Our good friends at LAE Farms. Hey, the blueberries are coming. They didn't start picking today, as I was so eloquently and delicately told that it did not start harvesting today. But blueberries are coming. $20 for 5 pounds. And let me tell you something. You can't get any fresher than LAE Farms in Newton, Georgia. Go see them. Tell them you heard about them on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show.
Hey, I want to swing back to Dr. Pickle for just a minute. Right. I want to tell y'all something. A lot of folks don't know this. He was talking about feeding the folks out there on that little old plotted guy, and he do it, and he gives away probably more than he does anything else with. But that ain't all he does for his community. I just want to let people know just what kind of man he is, why we love him like we do, and why we let him participate on the Dirt Road Sports Show. Once a year, we have to do pump tests on every fire truck that we have. And those pump tests cannot be done from a fire hydrant. They have to be done from a open water source. And we all are familiar with the Pickle Pond and how beautiful it is and how well kept it is. He allows us to bring every one of them old big fire trucks out there, park them on his bank, and they're out there for 2 days, pumping those trucks, testing them all day, both days. And so you say, well, good, it's good. He's helping the fire department. That's a good deal. He said, what's the big deal about it? Well, here's the big deal about it. Without that pump test, we could not pass what we call an ISO inspection, which dictates what the homeowners and the residents' insurance rates are. So by Dr. Pickle being willing to allow the fire department to come and do those testing, he helps lower everybody in Colquitt and Miller County homeowners insurance just by being willing to give of his property and his time. He comes out there with us, and he's just an all-around good guy. I just wanted to give him a shout out, and he'll fuss at me about doing it because he don't want no credit, but that's the kind of man he is.
Good man. Good man.
Without him,
I do have an announcement. I told you won't hear it anywhere else, but right here, he just texted and said the tomatoes are not celebrity. He will be planting Park Whopper tomatoes.
What?
And I hope he sent it, texted it right. Parks, Parks, Whopper, Whopper.
That's what, okay.
Well, I hope he plants a lot of them because I want me some of them. I ain't gonna plant no tomatoes. I done tried to plant tomatoes. I'm doomed trying to grow tomatoes. I'm through with tomatoes. I'm gonna let Dr. Pickle plant the tomatoes, and I'm gonna partake of whatever he harvests. About that. That's the easiest
he'll have them.
Charlie. Easiest way for me to do it.
He'll have them out there.
I'm looking for the easy way out, brother.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's trivia time here on Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show, brought to us by Southern Hits on the southwest corner of the square, 109 West College Street in Colquitt, Georgia. Go by and see Miss Vicky. Take your custom items in there and let her embroider them. She's got a catalog you can order from it: t-shirts, jackets, raincoats, caps, hats, toboggans, whatever you want, she can do it. And it's right there at Southern Hissy Pits on the corner on the square in Colquitt, Georgia. And then the winner tonight will receive a Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show logoed car tag, compliments of Southern Hissy Pits. Here's a trivia question. I'm going to throw it up quick. Some of you might get it. What is this item?
That's too easy right there now.
Which item you talking about? There's a bunch of them on there.
Yeah, let them see. Let them see who can define the most of them, Marvin.
Yeah.
There you go. I got them all.
Who's the winner? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell us what you see there.
Yeah, tell us what you see in this picture.
Yeah.
And we already gave away on one of them up there with the tickets up there, so we've already given that away. But we spotting y'all, if you will.
It's kind of a nostalgic trip to nostalgia.
Kind of like the grocery ad and the hardware ad. Wonder how much that stuff.
You're right. That's a bunch of stuff right there now. But
it is a bunch of stuff.
Sure is. And look at here. Oh, you look right above the piece of wood there with all the holes drilled in it. You can just see the bottom part of another item that's up there in that glass jug. Hey, we're not playing games with y'all. Hey, when we come to play, we come to play. Now, we don't come to check. We come to play.
What's the answer sheet looking like?
Well, we got
some of them got some of it. Yeah, David Powell, he probably run one of them. Yeah. Come on, y'all got to come on with some more stuff out now. Yeah. Okay, come on.
Mhm.
Come on. Let's keep coming.
I got one man right here. He done text. He got them all, most of them. Pound cake pan, grease saver, sifter, cast iron section, cake making equipment.
What kind of equipment?
Cake making.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
That's
Uh-huh.
good.
He's
Yeah,
wrong about
I-
he's wrong about the grease pan. He's wrong about
That
the
ain't
grip.
that ain't the that
That
ain't
ain't the gripping.
the proper word.
Mm-mm.
That cake making equipment.
Cake making deal ain't the proper word.
That ain't the proper word.
And there's one nobody's gotten yet that I see
the
up there.
wood.
Mhm. All right, yeah. Yeah. Put it back up there, Marvin. Hey, we drawing them in tonight now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on now. And if you can tell what that is right there with that board with the holes cut in it, right above it up there with the little deal in the glass jar there. That you got to do that to qualify too. We're not gonna let y'all off the hook easy tonight.
I know. Hey, I know exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I bet them folks.
Hey, my man said scratch the cake making equipment and call it biscuit making equipment.
Oh man, get out of here! Come on, turn us off, and go watch the beef, man.
Hey,
Who in the world come up with
Hey.
that biscuit making? Great, hey Marvin.
Hey, he did get the other one though. He did get the one we missed that nobody got. A butter mold.
That's it, butter mold. Yep, yeah. Rojo got the percolator. She right on that. How we gonna give up? We can't give everybody a contact just because you guess one of them. How we gonna find this out?
Hey,
A
how about
wrought iron chef. Okay.
how about the
Pancake pound, pan.
corn shuck mop?
Corn shuck mop. That's exactly right.
David Powell
My
got corn
grandmother's
shuck
mop.
mop
That's my
and cake pan.
grandmother's mop, and I still have it.
Hey, Carl Christman said he's the only one got it. He said the glass jug up on top that you can't see much is a butter churn.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Yep.
That's some artifacts that I saved from my family, and interesting. And old stuff like most
Oh
folks
yeah.
put all that stuff in there. They just throwed it in the closest dumpster they could. Don't throw your stuff away. Let me tell y'all. Listen to me. Even if you just young folks, one of these days is gonna mean something to you, and that means a lot to me. But I remember the corn shuck mop over at my grandmama's house. Uh, they had a hole in the floor in the kitchen. House up off the ground had a hole drilled in, or it was a knot hole or something, drilled in the floor, and they would feed the chickens up under the house. They would rake cornbread up under there and scraps and things up, and the chickens would eat that up under the house. And then that hole in the floor, that was the lowest place in the floor. That's where the water would run with the corn shuck mop. Get them some potash, mix it up with some potash and some water, and they'd scrub the floor and the walls, honey. And that's the kitchen. You could go in there, and it was like an operating room. But they push it down. But you couldn't do that now on account of EPA, and all that kind of
Oh
stuff.
no.
Too many regulations.
Oh man.
I
All
don't
right.
know who you're gonna give it to. Whoever you're gonna give it to, Marvin, don't matter.
I don't know, man. They all everybody, we had a lot that contributed. I think I'm gonna my man with the butter mold, he got that. Brian Pickle got that one. I think we're gonna
Give
give
it to Brian Pickle. Give it to Brian Pickle. Yeah, give it to him. He ain't got one for all them other folks. Every one of them, they done won 2 or 3
Yeah.
contracts.
Brian Pickle is the winner of the car tag. He come in with the butter mold, and so
Yeah, that's
we
good.
gonna
Put it
we gonna
on it.
give him tonight. Yeah.
Because listen to you. If y'all are listening into it, who wins the car tag is mostly basically determined by us. So
Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth.
No, that's what you call transparency right there.
oh,
Go ahead, Floyd. Tell them
Oh,
about
one of my favorite places in the whole world, Ziggy B's. Listen to me. Ziggy B's is right there on 208 West Main Street. Going right there by that big old Ford car dealership we got there. Y'all know where it's at. That's what she's got. That's just some of what she's got. Can't put it all on there because the screen won't hold it all. Everything's fresh. Everything's good. And listen to me now. I'm gonna throw a shout out right now to Ziggy B. Ziggy B, we got an old restaurant, established restaurant here in Concord that is reopening. And it's called the Moby Dick. That's the last thing I'm gonna say about the Moby Dick until they buy it.
I knew.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, shucking oysters. She's gonna have a oyster bar at the Moby Dick. So if y'all want you some shucked oysters from somebody who knows how to shuck them and put them out there in front of you, sell you some good fresh oysters, that's where she's gonna be. I don't know when she's gonna start, when they're gonna get finished, but it won't be long. But in the meantime, go by there and get you a bag of oysters from them. Get you some oysters. Get you a little cup of them oysters. Get you a little half pint cup or a pint cup. Take them home, fry them. Take them home, put them on some soda crackers and some hot sauce and eat them. Get you something good to eat at Ziggy B's. Everything you're gonna get in there is gonna be good. It's gonna be fresh, and it will. I promise you, you will enjoy it, and you will love it, and you will come back for some more. Ziggy B's Seafood Market, 208 West Main Street, Colquitt, Georgia. Their phone number is, give her a call.
She said about 45 days.
45 days. They'll be ready. They'll be ready to roll. All right.
Boys, we been a lot going on in national news this week. The president has done a deportation order, $998 a day until the illegal aliens leave. They will be fined. And then all on him about the tariffs and how it did the stock market. And listen to this. All right, it was up 3,000, almost 3,000 yesterday. Well, it was back down a little bit today. And the Democrats and the liberals just went nuts over it. And look at the gains that it made yesterday, just the losses that it made today.
You can't satisfy them. They know whatever
Ain't no
it is,
way.
no matter what it is, they're gonna go nuts because they are insane. When you never try to understand and figure out what an insane person is going to do, because they're
Amen.
lunatics and they're insane. And if you're a Democrat watching me tonight and listening to me, turn me off. Turn us off. Block us out. Do not listen to us anymore, because we are not on your side. I have no interest in what you have to say, because everything you have to say is totally BS. We live in the real world. Y'all live in an alternative universe. You celebrate men pretending to be women. You celebrate children being genitalia mutilated so they can claim to be a woman or a man. This is what you celebrate. So do not tune us in, turn us out. You are all lunatics. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you one of them little liberals that likes to hide in the corner and say this, or if you one of them with the signs. And all of y'all now, all you stupid lunatics are out there now, y'all protesting Elon Musk because he's an electric car man. I thought all of y'all, a month ago, all of y'all were in love with the electric cars. Now you hate them. I can't figure y'all out. There ain't no way. There ain't no way I can understand y'all or figure y'all out. So leave me out of y'all's life. Okay? Thank you.
Can I say something? Yes. Amen to that. And there's some folks around here running around saying, trying to say that their preacher was the one that told the congregation never to vote for a man who divided people up. So therefore, Trump would not be the candidate. To that preacher, if it is who I think it is, in a surrounding county of the Baptist faith, we invite you to call in next Thursday night, and we're going to put you head to head with Marvin Spitznagel. And we want to debate you, and we issue that challenge to the pastor from down yonder anytime he wants to come on. I'll be nice enough not to call names. Go.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know who you're talking about, but my money is on Marvin.
Why
So
do you think I put that bulldog up there for a certain reason? You understand?
Marvin will argue with a brick wall.
Hey,
Hey, some folks you can't argue with, no quiz. You can't argue because when
I
the
ain't
argument's over
seen.
with, listen, when the argument's over with, they still an idiot. You cannot never
Well,
argue
I
with
know
them.
that, but that don't.
And
But he
facts do
still.
not matter. Facts don't come into the equation, period.
I ain't seen nobody to this day that Marvin can't argue with. I ain't seen nobody.
He good. He pretty good, ain't
He
He,
can
Hey,
do it now.
please go ahead. While we arguing here, tell them about TK's Bar and Grill.
Yeah. TK's Bar and Grill. I had to be out of town yesterday, and guess who was in there trying to stake my spot on Wednesday night? Marvin come slipping in when he found out I was out of town. Let me tell you, this is the place. Every Wednesday night, you're going to catch Queasel down here at TK's because let me tell you what, they got a blackened catfish with some of them Floyd B. Lloyd flies down there that they go with them. There's no better meal anywhere. I saw Marvin order 6 dozen uh, wings one night and 2 heads of cabbage boiled and grilled up with bacon around it, and it was fitting to eat. I don't think we talked about this. Me and him talked about it the other day. I don't think I have ever ate anything bad from TK's. I don't know many places I can say that, but I don't think I have ever eaten anything there that was bad. They got any kind of food you want. Hamburgers, they got the best hamburger steak you'll ever want to eat. All kind of seafood, steaks. They got a shrimp po' boy sandwich that is something else. Go down there, see them. Tell Haley we told you to come down there. She might give you a discount. I doubt it, but she might. But even if she don't, the prices are right. The atmosphere is good. It's clean. It's good food. Best you'll ever find anywhere. I'm telling you, if you ain't ate at TK's, you ain't ate. Go see them going out 45 north or going up North Cuthbert Street, right before you, when the road comes to a Y, look to your left and you'll see it. You'll see the little lights they got dangling on the street at night, or if in the daytime you'll see it, the parking lot with the cars out there. They're open Monday through Friday for lunch, and on they open Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night for supper. Good folks, give them a call.
Hey, Charlie, he's watching right now. Go ahead and tell him about Shingler Law.
I tell you what, he is a educated, smart man. I was looking at our little
Mm.
thing a little while ago. He was coming up with answers to everything that was in that picture. I'm talking about everything. He knew every pot and pan and everything in that picture we just put up. Billy Shingler, folks, if you need law assistance, and someday you will, it might be a bad situation, it might be a good situation, but at your sometime in your life, whether it's to draw up a will, split up an estate, whatever the case may be, probate, wills, anything you can imagine, or if you get on the wrong side of the law and maybe make a mistake, you need somebody to help you get out of it and work your way through it. Shingler Law is there for you. 229-524-1225. You won't find any better in Southwest Georgia. He's there to serve you. Billy Shingler, 229-524-1225, right there in Dawsonville, Georgia, serving all of the folks in Southwest Georgia. We appreciate you, Mr. Billy.
Hey guys, Berry Hill Auctioneers, our sponsor since day one. TC Berry Hill, a friend of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, our sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity of Floyd's List of Impossibilities and a whole lot more. Our good friend Berry Hill Auctioneers.
I got two tonight for you. Got two, and they're pretty powerful, if you will. I think two's enough. These two, I think, will be enough for y'all tonight. I'm gonna go light on y'all tonight. I'm not gonna load you down with a lot of technicalities and a lot of information. Impossibility that Hillary Clinton, Stacey Abrams, or Maxine Waters buy their shoes anywhere but from a blacksmith.
Let that sink in a minute there, neighbor. Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
some of you from Martha's Vineyard may not get exactly what I'm telling you, but most everybody down in Southwest Georgia, especially in the great state of Baker, know what I'm talking about. Is an impossibility that Hillary Clinton's drawers smell like anything than a other than a methane reclamation bag.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Have
Oh,
mercy. Hey, I'm done.
Oh, me. Well, if you don't like cold weather, get ready for the hot weather again. Toward the end of next, well, in the middle, Monday, the middle of the forecast. Yeah, let me say something. Kelly Crop Insurance, we appreciate you folks being with us every week. So do the great agricultural producers in Southwest Georgia. Kelly Crop Insurance, serving them for years and years, and there to serve you here in 2025. A little something about weather and how the general public looks at things. When we had the scare of the weather coming in, you guys know the other week, and it didn't happen. We were blessed by the good Lord that we did not have any real bad weather. Folks were complaining about, oh, they got us all upset for nothing. I did this, I canceled this, I canceled that. The possibility was there. It was just north of here, Troy, different areas. And then the other day, when there's a slight chance, Dothan gets a tornado. Oh, we weren't expecting that. Don't gripe about what the meteorologists say. When they say there could be bad weather, get ready for it in case it comes. Tonight, we got a little chance of a shower passing through frontal system, or tomorrow night, I should say. Tomorrow's high 72 after a low of about 50 tomorrow morning. We start cool on Saturday. Sunday, the same thing. Then Monday, we get on up there in the low 80s again. And possibly by the end of next week into the weekend, looking at temperatures in the mid 80s. But it's pretty wide open weather other than a slight chance of rain tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night as that frontal system comes through our area. A lot of bad weather just north of us now, up around Montgomery, Alabama, and north toward Birmingham. There's several severe thunderstorm warnings out as we speak right now. So hopefully we won't be
Hey,
affected by any of
Charlie,
that. Yes, sir.
you think, being you the weather guru, you think you can do anything about the wind?
No, sir. I would say put up a shield around your plants or something because this wind has been something else for the last 2 weeks. I know it's been tough,
Well,
but
I've been go fishing about 3 or 4 different times, but I can't find
uh-huh,
their anchor, aircraft carrier anchor to throw out to hold me still because that's what it
you,
would take
you better have
in
a
this
big one
kind of
if you're gonna
wind.
go. Yes, sir.
Whoop,
Yes, sir.
blowing.
We appreciate y'all watching us. We missed y'all last week, and this is just our regular four folks getting together and having a good time. One time a week. It started back in the COVID days, still going on today. And we appreciate y'all who enjoy the same type life that we enjoy. May I say real quick that Panama City Beach mayor telling the young kids, find God. Now, if I was preaching at the creek or somewhere else, I could come up with a sermon on that for the young. Find God, find Him, and do His commandments. Learn the ways of God. The young people, unfortunately, you look around and we touched on a little bit what you see down in Panama City, what you see anywhere. A lost and dying world. And put your trust in the good Lord. That's the only good place to be. Presidents come, presidents go. People come, people go, but His word remains the same for now, for then, and forever. Pray for our nation, pray for our leaders, and pray for one another. We love y'all. Queasel, it's all yours, my man.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. So true, man. So true. Hey, you know what? I yesterday and the day before, and no, yesterday, and then maybe a couple of times last week or so, I've done a little traveling around, going here, going yonder, coming back. And I have discovered that every time I travel and go somewhere, it just reminds me of how thankful that I am that I live in Colquitt, Georgia. Man, I tell you what, Floyd, we might have to share the Garden of Eden, or the Garden of Eden might be big enough, but let me tell you what, all of us that live in this part of the country down here, we don't know how blessed we are until you go somewhere and see something else. It is just so good. I don't care where I'm going. The best thing about it is the road back home. And so we are very blessed down here to live
We
in a
are.
place where we ain't ashamed to say that we love Jesus, and where we ain't ashamed to stand up for what we want to stand up for. And we ain't ashamed to, if we think somebody's crazy, tell them we think they're crazy. That's who we are. That's where
That's
we
it.
at. I like it. I like Floyd's motto, and it's been his motto ever since I know him. If you don't like what I'm saying, turn it off. Hit the switch. Hit it.
Boom.
If you don't,
Out
if you
of here.
don't like us, that's your problem. We can't help that. We love everybody. And with that in mind, we do love y'all. We thank y'all for trusting us enough to let us come in your house. Hey, listen. You know what starts next week, and you know
Mm-hmm.
what next Sunday is. Everybody talks about a day to celebrate. Let me tell you something. We ain't never had a day to celebrate like Easter.
Mm.
That's the day. Because see, that's the day that everybody was running around and they thought they had done won the ball game. Boy, the devil thought he done won it, but he didn't know about day number 3. He didn't know about it. He didn't know what was going to happen. Or he knew, but he didn't understand what was going to happen. Let me tell y'all something. It's time to think about it. Think about a man that loved you enough that he died the most painful death known, and the most uh, embarrassing death. And I know we'll talk about it some more next week, but I want to give you a week to think on it, a week to study on it, a week to thank Him. It's a good week. If you ain't started, if you don't read your Bible every day, I don't know how you get by. I absolutely don't believe I could make it through a day if I didn't read my Bible every day. If I didn't pray every day, I don't think I could get by. I just don't. So today is a good day to start, and start it and run it right on through Easter. And then you know what? I'd be willing to wager you a Coca-Cola and a pack of crackers if I could afford it, that you would just keep right on. You love it so much you just keep right on doing it. You just keep right. We can do what we want to do. Let me encourage you. Let me encourage you. Get in the Word. Read it. Go ahead and make plans. If you ain't got nowhere to go to church, Marvin let you come to his church. You can come to my church. You can come to Floyd Church. With these churches everywhere that'll welcome you. Everywhere. Charlie drives all the way across the state line to come go to church with Marvin. And so that's what I'm telling you. That's what it's all about. Folks, it's Easter. We need to get serious about it and remember exactly what it means. We love y'all. When you see a firefighter out there somewhere, a policeman, a sheriff, a deputy, a trooper, when you see a paramedic, EMT, when you see one of the veterans who served so that we can get on the radio and the television and cut up and act like a bunch of crazy folks who serve so that we can live in a country that's free. Thank them because they have earned our thanks. We love y'all. Floyd.
Thank you, Quazel. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Put that cell phone down when you walk into your car from the mall or from the restaurant or the grocery store. Look around you and see who's around you. Put that cell phone in your pocket or in your pocketbook. Nothing can't wait until you get in that car and get on out and get somewhere where you can stop and call somebody. Put that cell phone down. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Surround yourself with like minded people. Surround yourself with like minded people. Now, when you lay down, put your head on that bed, and you start praying, you thank God for everything He's done for y'all today. Just today. That's all you got to do. You'll go to sleep, you'll still be thanking. Good night, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
LAE Farm, Spooner Ranch Services, TK's Bar and Grill, Ziggy B's Seafood Market, Sowega Meat Company, Holstered 9 in Phillips Auto Parts, Shingler Law, Southern Hissy Fits, Berry Hill Auctioneers, and Kelly Crop Insurance. thank you to all of our sponsors out there. We appreciate you. Stop by, patronize them. Tell them you heard about them on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Queensville told you Easter's coming, but Sunday's coming. Palm Sunday will be this Sunday. Go to church if it's where you can go to church. Here's the scripture of the day. For what I received, I passed on to you as of first importance, that Christ died for our sins according to the scriptures, that he was buried and he was raised on the third day according to scriptures, and that he appeared to Peter and then to the 12. Hey, man, that's good news. Jesus died for us that we could have eternal life. Bible says that if you call upon the name of the Lord, you shall be saved. Praise the Lord for what he did on the cross of Calvary. Hey, guys, we love you, appreciate you. Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise. We'll be right back here next week, same place, same time. More Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter how you do it with, no matter if you go into a place and the shopping cart wheels need refining and greasing, always be
Particular.
love y'all.
Good
See
night,
y'all.